Here are 10 steps to attracting abundance from The Power of Intention by Dr. Wayne Dyer. It's my intention to feel successful and to attract abundance into my life. One of my own personal secrets of feeling successful and attracting bountiful abundance into my life has been an internal axiom that I use virtually every day of my life. It goes like this: change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Once again, change the way you look at things, and the things that you look at change. This has always worked for me, and I can guarantee it can work for you too. Your intention to feel successful and experience prosperity and abundance depends on what view you have of yourself, the universe, and most important, the field of intention from which success and abundance will come. My little axiom about changing the way you look at things is an extremely valuable tool that'll allow you to bring the intention of this chapter into your life. First, examine how you look at things, and then how the spirit of attention does the same. How do you look at life? The way you look at life is essentially a barometer of your expectations, based on what you've been taught you're worthy of and capable of achieving. These expectations are largely imposed by external influences, such as family and community and institutions, but they're also influenced by that ever-present inner companion, your ego. These sources of your expectations are largely based on the beliefs of limitation, scarcity, and pessimism about what's possible for you. If these beliefs are the basis of how you look at life, then this perception of the world is right and what you expect for yourself. Attracting abundance, prosperity, and success from these limiting viewpoints is an absolute impossibility. Take an inventory of how you look at the world. Ask yourself, how much of your life energy is focused on explaining away potentially optimistic viewpoints by preferring to see the inequities and inconsistencies in the abundance for all philosophy? Can you change the way you look at things? Can you see the potential for prosperity where you've always seen scarcity? Can you change what is simply by changing the way you see it? I say a resounding yes to these questions. And the way to work at changing the way you look at things is to take a hard look at something you may not have previously considered. How does the universal, all-creating field of attention look at life? The field of intention, which is responsible for all creation, is constantly giving. In fact, it knows no bounds to its giving. It just keeps on converting pure, formless spirit into a myriad of material. Furthermore, this field of attention gives in unlimited supplies. There's no such concept as shortage or scarcity when it comes to the originating source. So, we're looking at two major conceptualizations when we think of the universal mind and natural abundance. The first is that it's perpetually giving, and the second is that it offers an infinite supply. A message to the field of intention that says, "Please send me more money," is interpreted as if you're seeing yourself in a state of scarcity. But this source has no concept of scarcity. It doesn't even know what not having enough money means. Thus, its response back to you will be, "Here's the state of needing more money," because that's how you're thinking. You think so? Here's more of what you don't want and don't have. Your ego-dominated response would be, "My desires are being denied." But the real truth is the universal source knows only abundance and giving, and will respond with money flowing to you if your intention is, "I have enough money, and I allow that I already have enough to continue to flow to me." If you tell the universal mind what you want, it'll respond by leaving you in a state of wanting, never arriving at, always needing more. If, however, you feel that what you intend to manifest is already manifested, you are unified with your intention, never allowing a moment of doubt or listening to naysayers, will be in the presence of that. You can't come from shortage, you can't come from scarcity, and you can't come from wanting. You must come from the same attributes as that which allows everything. This is a key word, allowing. Let's take a look at how allowing this so often attempts to manifest feeling successful, particularly attracting abundance into our life. The art of allowing that the universal mind of creation is in a constant state of supply and never shuts down. It takes no vacations. There are no days off. and it's perpetually giving for everything and everyone. And without exception, it emanates from this universal mind, and we will call it intention. So if everything comes from this infinite field of invisible energy, why is it that some are able to partake of it while others seem so separated from it? Allowing this all-giving source into your life means becoming aware of the resistance that you may be placing in the way of abundance being supplied, that you've cultivated over the years and that you've relied upon. Furthermore, you've allowed the resistance of others to enter this picture as well, and you surround yourself with the need for their approval in these matters. You solicit their resistant opinions, read newspaper accounts of all those who failed to manifest the jobs of their choice, examine government reports about the poor job prospects and the declining economy, watch the television reports belaboring the sorry state of affairs in the world, and your resistance becomes even more convincingly entrenched. You've aligned yourself with the proponents of disallowing. What you need to do is to look at this belief system and all of the factors that continue to support it and say, it's too big of a challenge to change the entire thing. Instead, I'm going to start changing the thoughts that activate disallowing right here, right now. It doesn't matter what you thought before, or for how long, or how many pressures you're under to maintain your resistance. Instead, stop activating disallowing thoughts today, one thought at a time. You can do so by stating, I feel successful. I intend to feel the abundance that is here. Now, repeat these words. It'll create your arrangement of words, which continually inundate your thoughts during your waking hours with a new belief of being successful and abundant. Those thoughts will then become what you say in silent prayer, like messages to yourself. I am success. I am abundance. When you are success itself, when you are abundance itself, you're in harmony with the all-creating source, and it'll do the only thing it knows how to do. It'll be endlessly giving and forthcoming with that which has no resistance to it, namely you and your thoughts, as you practice allowing and living the faith of least resistance. Success is no longer something you choose and something that you are. Abundance no longer eludes you. You are it, and it is you. It flows unimpeded beyond your resistance. Here lies another clue to the free flow of abundance. You must avoid becoming attached to and hoarding what shows up in your life. Abundance, detachment, in your feelings. Well, it's crucial for you to have a firm vibrational matchup with the all-creating abundance of intention. It's just as crucial for you to know that you can hang on to and own any of the abundance that will be coming your way. This is because the you that would like to hang on to and become attached to your success and your wealth is not really you. It's that troublesome ego of yours. You're not what you have, and you're not what you do. You're an infinite divine being disguised as a successful person who's accumulated a certain amount of stuff. But the stuff is not you. This is why you must avoid being attached to it in any way, genuinely feeling abundant and successful. This is possible when you detach yourself from the things you desire and allowing them to flow to you, and just as important, through you. Anything that inhabits the flow of energy stops the creating process of intention right where the obstacle is erected. Attachment is one such roadblock. When you hang on to that which arrives, rather than allowing it to move through you, you stop the flow. You hoard it or decide to own it, and the flow becomes disrupted. You must keep it circulating, always knowing that nothing can stop it from coming into your life, except any resistance you place in its way. Your feelings and your emotions are sensational barometers for detecting resistance and evaluating your ability to experience success in abundance. Pay attention to your feelings. Your emotions are the inner experience that tell you how much of the divine energy you're summoning for the manifestation of your desires. Feelings can be measuring tools that gauge how you're doing in the manifestation process, and an exceptionally positive emotional response indicates that you're summoning the divine energy, and allowing that energy to flow to you in a non-resistant manner. Feelings of passion, pure bliss, reverence, unmitigated optimism, unquestioned trust, and even illumination indicate that your desire to manifest success and abundance, for example, have an extremely strong pulling power from the universal source directly to you. You must learn to pay close attention to the presence of these feelings, agents which are in charge of how you clean and purify the connecting link to intention. These emotions tell you precisely how much life force you're summoning and how much pulling power you have going for you at that moment. Your feelings indicate how well you're attracting the energy necessary for the fulfillment of your desires. Strong feelings of despair, anxiety, blame, hate, fear, shame, and anger. They're all sending you the message that you want success and abundance, but you don't believe it's possible for you. These negative feelings are your clues to balance your desires with those of the universal mind of intention, which is the only source of that which you desire. Negative emotions tell you that your pulling power from intention is weak or even non-existent. Positive emotions tell you that you're connecting to and accessing this power of attention. Concerning abundance, one of the most effective ways to increase that pulling power from intention to you is to take the focus off of dollars and place it on creating abundant friendship, security, happiness, health, and even high energy. It's here that you begin to feel those higher emotions, which let you know that you're back in the game with the all-creating source. As you focus on having abundant happiness, health, security, and friendships, the means of how you are acquiring all of this will be flowing directly towards you. Money is only one of those means, and the faster your vibration and energy around abundance radiates, the more money will show up in significant amounts. These positive feelings, as indicators of your pulling power for success and abundance, will put you into an active mode for co-creating your intentions. I'm not suggesting that you just have to sit around and wait for everything to fall into place. I'm suggesting that by declaring, "I intend to feel successful and attract prosperity," your emotional energy will shift and will act as if what you desire were already true. Your actions would be in harmony with the facets of intention, and you'll be provided with what you are, rather than attempting to be provided with what is missing, making your intention your reality. That is, to feel successful and to attract abundance right into your life. Step 1. See the world as an abundant, providing, friendly place. In this first step, you're receptive to a world that provides rather than one that restricts. You'll see a world that wants you to be successful and abundant rather than one that conspires against you. Step 2. Affirm, "I attract abundance into my life because that is who I am." This puts you into vibratory harmony with your source. Your goal is to eliminate any distance between what you desire and that from which you pull it into. Your life. Abundance and success aren't out there waiting to show up for you. You are already it, and the source can only provide you with what it is, and consequently, what you are. Step 3. Stay in an attitude of allowing. In an attitude of allowing, all resistance in the form of thoughts of negativity or doubt are replaced with simply knowing that you and your source are the same. Picture the abundance you desire freely flowing directly to you. Refuse to do anything or have any thought that compromises your alignment with source energy. Step 4. Use your present moment to activate thoughts that are in harmony with the 7 phases of intention. The key phrase here is, "in this present moment." Notice right now, in this very moment, if you're thinking that it's hopeless at this stage of your life to change the thoughts that comprise your belief system. Do you defeat yourself with thoughts of having such a long life, practicing affirmations of scarcity, and creating resistance to your success and abundance, that you don't have enough time left to counterbalance the thoughts that comprise your past belief system? Make the choice to let go of this lifetime of beliefs and begin activating thoughts right now, right here, that allow you to feel good, wanting to feel good. Wanting to feel good is the synonym of wanting to feel God. Remember, God is good, and all that God created was good. Step 5. Initiate actions that support your feelings of abundance and success. Here, the key word is actions. I've been calling this acting, as if we're thinking from the end and acting that way yourself. Put your body into a gear that pushes you toward abundance and feeling successful, and act on those passionate emotions as if the abundance and success have already happened. Speak to strangers with passion in your voice. Answer the telephone in an inspired way to a job interview. From the place of confidence and joy, read the books that mysteriously show up, paying close attention to conversations that seem to indicate you're being called to something new. Step 6. Remember that your prosperity and success will benefit others, and that no one lacks abundance because you opted for it. Once again, the supply is unlimited. The more you partake of the universal generosity, the more you have to share with others. Step 7. Monitor your emotions as a guidance system for your connection to the universal mind of intention. When you're experiencing low energy emotions of rage, anger, hatred, anxiety, despair, and the like, that's a clue that when your desires may be strong, they're completely out of sync with the field of intention. Remind yourself in these moments that you want to feel good, and see if you can activate a thought that supports your feeling good. Step 8. Become as generous to the world with your abundance as the field of intention is. Don't stop the flow of abundant energy by hoarding or holding what you received. Keep it moving. Use your prosperity in the service of others and for causes greater than your ego. The more you practice detachment, the more you'll stay in vibration with the all-giving source of everything. Step 9. Devote the necessary time to meditate on the spirit within as the source of your success and abundance. There's no substitute for the practice of meditation. This is particularly relevant. With a practice of meditation of abundance, you must have an understanding that your consciousness of the presence is your supply. But repeating the sound that is the name of God as a mantra, you're using a technique for manifesting as ancient as recorded history. I'm particularly drawn to this form of meditation I've mentioned previously called japa. I know how it works. I've written an entire book about it called Getting in the Gap. And I've also provided this CD and mentioned it before because I know how powerful it is in helping you to attract abundance or anything you like into your life. And finally, step 10. Develop an attitude of gratitude for all that manifests into your life, and be thankful and filled with appreciation, even if what you desire hasn't arrived yet. Even the darkest days of your life are to be looked at with gratitude. Everything coming from the source is on purpose. Be thankful while repowering your reconnection to that from which you and everything else originated. The energy that creates worlds and universes is within you. It works through attraction and energy. Everything vibrates. Everything has a vibratory frequency. As St. Paul once said, God is able to provide you with every blessing in abundance. If you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful, share it with a friend and subscribe to the channel.